You're at the stop. I don't hear you, but I read what you're saying. You're at the stoplight. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and do some gameplay. Christina's gonna read me off the comments. So any questions you guys have about this or just anything in general, let me know. How's the audio sounding? Is everything sounding good? I'm kind of away from the phone right now, so I don't even know if you guys can hear me. But let me know how the audio sounds. If there's any wind noise, it's because I have the fan on because it gets hot in here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the gameplay started. Christina's going to read off the comments to me. If you guys want to see any specific games played, just let me know and we'll get those games played. So I'm just going to pick a random game to start off with right now. So I'm handing Christina the computer and we'll get started here. Okay. So, how is the speakers on the TV too loud, or is it just right? If anything, just let me know and I'll adjust. But so far, first impressions with the Sega Genesis Mini is it's actually really solid, and this honestly might be the best classic or like retro mini system that there is out there. Everything from the way that the actual console itself and the controllers and everything are built and they feel and all the little details they put into it, and just the amount of English to Japanese, it actually will switch to the Japanese version of the ROMs, which is pretty crazy. So there's actually like two, or there may even be more than two different sets on here for different regions. So that's just really cool. But yeah, I think it's only right if we get started with, of course, the mascot Sonic here. So I'll go ahead and get started with that. So far I haven't had much time to play with it because after I did my video and edited and uploaded it earlier, I had to run out and go to work. So I only had a few minutes to play with it earlier, but overall so far everything plays really good, sounds really good, everything's really responsive. I don't have any lags or anything like that. So overall just a really solid system, man. Let's see, there we go. The Genesis controller is always kind of a weird shape, but back in the day, you know, you didn't really think about it. Like, it was just kind of normal, but playing it now, it's kind of a funny shape in your hand. I don't know. And this is a Sonic before they invented the spin dash, so I can't even do that. But yeah, this is just a really good system. I'm really impressed with this. I can't wait till somebody figures out how they can mod it or hack it or whatever, so I can add whatever games that I want to. Definitely excited to do that. I did that with my NES, my Super Nintendo. I have yet to do that with the PlayStation Classic just because it's a little more difficult. I have issues trying to find the ROM sets and stuff. I want to find a zip file that has all the ROM files in it, but it's just kind of hard. And I know there's USBs that you can buy that you can just stick into it and it automatically adds the games, which I'm thinking about getting. It's only like 20 bucks or whatever. The only thing I don't like about that is that, you know, obviously it's whatever games come is what you get, and you obviously can't pick. He said what? Sega Sonic?
Sega Sonic.
Sega Sonic, man. Oh man, did any of you guys pick up the Genesis Mini today, or do you plan to at least? Trying to get in here if we can get this thing to... Oh, I'm stuck. Alright, let's see if I can... Now I'm just stuck here. I'm trying to get out of here. No! Come on. No. Oh man. There we go. Trying to get out of here. One thing that I really like about this is with the NES Classic and Super Nintendo Classic, and I think even the PS1 Classic, they didn't include a way to get back to the menu without having to physically get up and press the reset button. So I like with this one, you just press start and then hold it for about 5 seconds or something, and then it brings up the save slots and all that, but you can actually go back to the main menu. So I really like that.
Mr. Vincent Bozo Calvin Jr. said in my area was sold out at Walmart.
That's surprising to see that they're sold out. You know, I didn't see people really going crazy for this one like they did over the the NES or even the Super Nintendo. I think that was probably because the resale hype on that was pretty insane. But for this one, I haven't seen really anyone go crazy for. You know what? I want to take a shot at Street Fighter because this is a 3-button controller, and obviously this game requires 6 buttons. So I'm trying to see how exactly. I don't know if they just stuck it in here, and hope for the best.
Mr. Nancy Bozo Calvin Jr. said, now I can wait for TMNT Arcade One Option.
Yeah, that should be hitting stores soon, but I don't know because we haven't heard too much about it. But according to Arcade 1-Up, it was supposed the Ninja Turtle one and the Marvel Superhero one should have been starting to hit stores already. Alright, let's see. Okay, so yeah, literally the only way you can play this game is punching. You can't actually do any... Wow, that's funny. I don't know why I put the turbo so high, but... Wow. Yeah, the only... I don't even know why they included this. I mean, you could use your own third-party controller if you want to, but I don't know. I can't even play this game. You can only do punches. I mean, I'm sure if you wanted to get through the game only doing punches, you could do that. But yeah, that sucks. So I definitely need to get a controller. But for that, I'll just play the Arcade 1-Up cabinet that I have, or the collection that I have on the Switch. Honestly, this isn't even my favorite version of Street Fighter, so...
Mr. Dancing Bozo Calvin Jr. said, LOL, that's super hyper Street Fighter.
Yeah, the speed was ridiculously fast. So what's interesting is they included Tetris on here, which this was never released in the US. This was, I believe, a Japanese exclusive because Nintendo has the rights to Tetris. So this is the first time we're ever getting to play this, and I played a little bit of this earlier. And it's not the greatest Tetris game, to be honest with you. Like, it's okay, but I think I'd just rather play, on this console, I'd just rather play columns. It's just very hard to judge where you're actually dropping the bricks. And then once you press down, like, the speed is incredibly fast. Like, one little tap, as you can see there, here's just one little tap. It, like, brings it all the way down. So it's kind of tough to get used to, especially with the Genesis button layout here. Just with this D-pad is definitely not made for Tetris, but it's not a bad game by any means. It's just there's other better versions of Tetris out there, and I think honestly I'd just rather play columns.
Mr. Dancing Bozo Calvin Jr. Oh, how was Walt Disney Vacation Toy Room? Had so much fun.
How was the vacation? So the last one I went to, which was like a month ago, that was actually really fun, and I'm actually going back tomorrow for, oh, see what I mean? It's hard to judge where it's going. But yeah, I'm going back tomorrow for, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So I'm only going for a day. I don't live too far from Disney, so it doesn't take much for me to actually go there. So I'm going for the day. I'm actually looking forward to that. It's going to be really fun. But yeah, the last one that I went on about a month ago, that was tons of fun. And I really can't wait till I get my annual pass so that I can actually go like way more often than I already do go. So hopefully I'll have the annual pass the beginning of next year. That's my goal.
Dancing Bozo Calvin Jr. Oh, nice.
Yeah, but as you can see, this Tetris is just okay. Like, I don't know. I just feel like the Game Boy version on the Nintendo Game Boy was way better. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of this. If you guys got any games you want to see me play, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm playing at random.
Dr. Rock 80s said, can't wait to buy this.
Yeah, man, this thing is honestly so much fun. The only thing I feel like it's lacking was some kind of like poster or something. That the NES and Super Nintendo, they all came with little posters and stuff. That's the one thing I really wish this would have came with, which was some kind of poster similar to the Sega Genesis collection that came out on the Xbox One, PS4, and the Switch. That came with a really cool double-sided poster. So I really wish we would have got something for this. This Strider box art is just hilarious because that's like not how he looks in the game whatsoever. But what game should I play next? Let's do says Disney, so we'll play Castle of Illusions. I've actually never played this one before. There's a handful of games on here that I haven't actually played before. I'd say probably 50-50 I played, and then the other half I haven't played.
Mr. Dancing, Bozo Calvin Jr. said Golden Axe or Earthworm Jim.
Oh, definitely. So after I give this a quick try, I'll hop into some Earthworm Jim. Yeah, this was.
Mr. Dancing, Bozo Calvin Jr. Castlevania is good. Dr. Rock 80s. I have the Sega game. Motley Crue Pinball. Dr. Feelgood.
It's a pinball game on the Genesis. So hold on, I have no clue what I'm doing. I've never played this game before. So it looks like I can only jump. So I guess I'm supposed to jump on the guys to kill them, if there is any guys. Let's see. This isn't Snow White. Okay. Okay, so jumping on them. Oh, okay. So you collect the apples. I got it. Makes sense. This is like Aladdin. Oh God, no. There we go. And I died. Alright, I gotta give that another try now that I actually know what I'm doing. Let's see here. Oh man. So you guys have any questions about this in particular or anything else? I know some of you guys are here for Arcade 1-Up stuff, so if you got any questions on that, definitely feel free to drop it in the comments, and I will definitely do my best to answer. That's kind of weird. The frame rate when you grab onto the vine, the frame rate kind of drops. I don't know if the original game was like that, but yeah, I'm definitely noticing that. I mean, I would imagine the original game was like that. I don't see why there'd be any emulation issues.
Dr. Rock 80s, I have Arcade 2-Ups.
You have Arcade 2-Ups? Which ones do you have? Oh, no. Oh, nice. No, okay, I got it. Alright, so, what did I say I was gonna hop into? I was gonna hop into some Earthworm Jim. Where's Earthworm? There's Earthworm Jim. I've never played the Genesis version. I played the Super Nintendo version. So which version do you feel is better, the Super Nintendo version or the Genesis version?
Dr. Rock 80s said I have 6 Arcade 2.
Nope. I have no clue what those are.
Sorry, I have 6 Arcade 1-Ups machines.
Which ones do you have? I personally only have 2 at the moment, being Street Fighter and I see what I have to do, but I have
And Mr. Dancing Bozo Calvin Jr., what do you rate the Sega Genesis Mini?
I'd say that honestly, it's got to be a 10 out of 10. I haven't had any issues with it. The emulation's great. The hardware itself is great. The game selection is honestly really good. The controllers feel nice. Comes with 2 controllers. Yeah, I definitely would recommend picking this up for sure. I have no problem paying, what was it, $80 or whatever. I definitely feel like it's worth the $80 price point.
I'm gonna butcher this name, but RBSE Rajastan Board says hi.
What's going on, man? Thanks for joining the stream. If you got any questions, any any specific games, hold on a second, there you go. Any specific games you want to see me play, you know, anything, just leave a comment and I'll definitely do my best to help you out with that.
Dr. Brock said Asteroids,
Yeah.
Galaga,
Yeah.
Pac-Man, Golden Key, Centipede, Rampage.
So you're definitely more of a 80s gamer, I can see there by your selection of Arcade 1-Up. How are you liking Golden Tee? Did you pay full price for it? Are you enjoying it for the price? Do you feel like it's overpriced?
crushed
Yeah,
boards says, who's this game?
This game is our Earthworm Jim.
Dr. Rock 80 said, yes, sir.
Nice. So, you know, I was on the fence. I wasn't gonna pick up Golden. Oh god, I wasn't gonna pick up Golden Sea to begin with, but I was always curious to see if it was worth that price point. And I guess
said, yep, full price.
Yeah. So, I guess if you're a fan, I personally have never played Golden Sea, and I probably should. But yeah, if you're a fan of the series, and, you know, the upgrades on it are pretty nice. You got the light up marquee and the custom riser and everything. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. I definitely gotta try it out one of these days. Oh no 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 no! Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! Come on! Come on! There we go. Okay. I was trying to get down there.
Mr. Dancing Bozo Calvin Jr. I love my new spinner and trackball from the Glen Retro Show for my 12-in-1 cabinet.
Yeah.
You have that flavor.
No, I don't. I don't have the 12-in-1 cabinet or any of Glenn's stuff. But Glenn is actually a good friend of the channel, so shout out to Glenn. He's doing some pretty awesome stuff. He just had his Tron stick. I can't even remember the name of it, but he made a Tron one that actually went on sale today. So that's pretty cool. Ooh, let's play some Gunstar Heroes.
Dr. Rock 80 said, I played it in bars and thank you very much. Sling Spade said, hey, it's your boy Sling Spade. Hello, fiance. By the way, Retrobit makes 6-button controllers for the Genesis Mini on Amazon for $50. And he also, what's the word you told me?
Oh, he super chatted.
That one.
Oh, all right. We got a super chat. How much? $5. All right, Sling Spade, man. It was Sling Spade that did it?
Yes.
Ah, man, I appreciate you, man. That's awesome. So, I do know...
Hi, Sling Spade.
So, Christina says hi. I do know about the Retrobit ones. I definitely am on the fence of whether I should pick it up because really the only game you're going to need it for is Street Fighter and Eternal Champions. And I'm really not going to play Street Fighter on here. The Genesis version of Street Fighter was never... even really my favorite version. I always prefer the Super Nintendo version. And I have the arcade version, obviously, with Arcade 1-Up. So, you know, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to pick it up. I have to definitely see with playing, the rest of the games on here, if it's a necessity or not. Growing up, I think it's hard to remember. I don't even remember if I had the 6 or the 3-button layout, because that was so long ago. But growing up, I had the Genesis Model 3 and the Super Nintendo at the same time. And I definitely played the Super Nintendo more growing up, but I definitely loved the Genesis. Some of the games that I had on the Genesis were, of course, Sonic. I had Toy Story. That was one of my favorite games. What else? Lion King, which I'm actually going to be picking up that Disney Classics collection with Lion King and Aladdin. I grew up playing the Super Nintendo version of Aladdin, so... I have played the Genesis version, but I have more nostalgia for the Super Nintendo version. Not to say that the Genesis version is bad or anything, because it's a great version of the game, but it's crazy how they're two completely different games. Hey, but yeah, Sling Spade, man, I appreciate you with the super chat, man. Oh, man. So, Gunstar Heroes is such a great shoot-'em-up, side-scrolling game. Ton of action going on, and this really tests the limits of the system. I'm not seeing any frame rate drops, and any lags or anything like that with all the amount of
Real Talk is in the house.
with the amount of action going on. You disappointed me. You're late today.
So Real Talk is hi.
And Christina said hi. Oh man, so what's going on, Real Talk? What do you got for me today? I don't have any. Hold on. Once I die or something, I'll show you what I got today. So I think I have a special. This may be a game where I do need the 6-button controller because if I remember correctly, I do have a special attack, but I'm not being able to use it. But yeah, let me eventually kill this guy over here or die. I can die too. But yeah, real talk. I have some peach water. I know you can't really see right there. I got some peach flavored water, so that's what we got today. All right, so let's go back to something else.
Mr. Dancing Bozo Calvin Jr. I had 4 machines, but I ended up selling 2 of them. I kept my MK since I fixed the settings on the machine, and my 12-in-1 cabinet. Real talk, where cranberry vodka. Mr. Dancing Bozo Calvin Jr.
You don't have to say his whole name. I got it.
Whatever. Where's my peach water? LOL.
Oh man, you come through here, you can have all the peach water you want, man. I got enough for everybody. So next game. Let's play some Kid Chameleon. I absolutely love Kid Chameleon, and I'm gonna show you guys something that after I tell you guys, you'll never be able to unsee it again. Let's start the game up so I can show you guys. This is such an underrated game. Kid Chameleon is such a classic. So yeah, doesn't the main, I don't know if the main character has a name, but doesn't he look just like Bruno Mars? Oh man, but yeah, this was such a unique game. Not really anything like it before or after. Really, this was such a good game. I love all the different power-ups you can get. I've never actually beaten the game. I've gotten pretty far, but this is one of the games that I did have on the Genesis growing up, and it's just such a good game.
So your video is loading on your computer?
Click the refresh. Are you guys, is it lagging for you guys? Let me know in the comments. Christina says it's lagging for her, but I don't know if that's just us or is that you. Did you refresh it?
I didn't refresh it. Dancing said it's his lost son, it's Kid.
Are you guys lagging or anything?
Dancing
You're
said
good? You're good. Okay, so it's just
us.
So it's Christina. She broke it. She broke the laptop.
Sling Spade, super chatted. Hey JP, did you see the new PCBs for the arcade one-up machines from Costco? You can add your own speakers. Sorry.
Yes.
Now there's a mini jack out for better ICD.
Yeah. So, I appreciate the super chat again, Sling Spade. You're awesome, man. Honestly, I did see them. I saw somebody on the Facebook group on Facebook, the Arcade One Up Facebook group. He posted it actually, so I saw the video when it came out. That is honestly pretty cool. And even if it didn't have that, just the fact that Costco has, what is it, $350 for the arcade and riser and a lit marquee, I believe. That is such a great deal for, so far the ones I've seen are Mortal Kombat and Pac-Man. I don't know if there's any others, but yeah, man, that's such a good deal, such a good upgrade. It sucks for everybody who, initially picked up a Mortal Kombat or a Pac-Man. Now that there's this upgraded version, I definitely would be mad if I spent my money and now there's this upgraded, far superior version out there. But yeah, man, that's pretty awesome that you can actually plug in your own speakers or headphones or whatever you want to it. And shout out to the guy, I don't know his name or whatever, but shout out to the guy that posted that on the Facebook group for everybody to see.
Dancing said, and with the bar stool, Sling Spade
Barstool, yes, that's right.
Dope if you add speakers to your Marvel Superheroes cab.
Honestly, I definitely want to get that Marvel Superheroes cab. I gotta see how my funds are doing. I'm gonna try and save up some of the money I make off of YouTube, which honestly isn't much. But hopefully by the time it comes out, I should have enough money saved up from YouTube, because you guys know that I'm saving for the wedding and whatnot, so I gotta watch how much money I'm spending. But yeah, definitely that Marvel Superheroes one is on my list to get.
Dancing said, oh, I'm upset about the MK after I bought it, the first wave unit.
Yeah, man, I honestly, I feel you. I can agree with you 100%. I didn't buy the Mortal Kombat one just because I'm not the biggest Mortal Kombat fan. But yeah, if they come up with an upgraded Street Fighter, an upgraded Final Fight, I definitely would be a little mad too. Alright, so enough of this game. As great as this game is, let's go back to the main menu. Any requests while I'm at the main menu? Any games you guys want to see? I'll kind of scroll through them if you guys don't know the games. So we have Alex Kidd, Elysia Dragoon, Alter Beast, Beyond Oasis, Castle of Illusions with Mickey Mouse, Castlevania Bloodlines, Dynamite Heady, Mean Bean Machine, Darius, Contra, Comix Zone. Comix Zone's such a good game. I'll probably play that next. Yo.
Sling Spade said, how was the line? JP Dancing said, Altered Beast.
Altered Beast. So we'll definitely go into some Altered Beast. How is the lag? How is the lag with what? We're talking about the stream. Let me go into Altered Beast. Are you just talking about with the Genesis in general? Altered Beast was another great game. Lag. Oh, so the lag with this, honestly, no lag whatsoever. As soon as I press the button, you know something's happening. Which as soon as these guys get away from me, I'll show you. So
I love Contra also.
all right, so we'll hit up Contra next. So I don't know if you can hear me pressing the button. So as soon as I press the button, something happens. So there's no lag whatsoever. It's really a top-notch system. There we go. Okay, jump and kick. This was another great game too. Very hard game once you get past like the first couple levels. There we go. Let me get my power up. There we go. Hit the gym real quick. No, 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 no. What are you doing, Sparky? Give me my power up. Give me the power up. Give me the... No! Come back here. Oh, no, no. Oh, my gosh. I lost the power up. Oh, another one coming up.
Okay, because I heard there was a lag. What kind of monitor or TV are you using?
I'm using a Samsung. I believe this is a 50. I forget. It's 50 or 55 inch 4K TV. What? 55 inch 4K TV. So nothing, you know, crazy, not like OLED or QLED or, you know, anything like that. It's just a standard Samsung 55 inch 4K TV. But yeah, no, honestly, I haven't had any lag issues whatsoever. The second I press a button, something's happening. You know, I don't feel like, you know, if I'm playing bad, it's just because I'm not paying attention or I just sucks. So, has nothing to do with the lag. There we go, gym day again. So one more and I'll transform into the wolf. But I think the boss is right here, if I remember correctly. Yep, here he is.
Dancing, I well this mini better than the classic PS1.
Well, I think that's pretty much everyone is his opinion. You know, a lot of people hated the PS1. I didn't really have too much of a problem with it when it came out. Obviously, compared to the NES or Super Nintendo or even this Genesis, you know, there's no comparison. But you know, the PS1 was okay. It definitely needed some improvements and whatnot. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't really touched it since I bought it. But you know, a lot of these, you know, I feel like we buy as novelty items. So we get them, we play them for the first week or so, and then we kind of forget about them. You know, that happened to me with, I have the NES and the Super Nintendo, both hacked, but I haven't really touched them in probably like a year, which I really need to. But it's definitely like the way to go as far as convenience, to just play, you know, all these retro games without having to plug in anything. I definitely can't wait to hack this for sure. I'm going to try and put the entire Genesis library on here if I can. If not, definitely most of it. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can get past him without actually... Oh, man. Yeah, well, somebody wanted Contra, so Contra's up next, and then right after that, we will get into the Wily Wars, because that was never available in the US either. I believe that was a Japanese-only game, so we definitely gotta check that out, see how that plays. So I just died, so let's go ahead and head over.
Said that's me.
Yes, so we're gonna head over to Contra right now for you, and then Sling Spade, I got you. We'll head over to Mega Man right after that. So Contra, where's Contra? Here it is. And we all know how notoriously hard Contra is, so let's see how long it lasts. Alright, here we go. Oh man, you gotta love that Konami Oh, you know how badly I wish that was Ninja Turtles booting up right now instead of Contra? Oh man, the memories I had playing Turtles in Time on the Super Nintendo and that Konami startup sound is just amazing. Jump into Contra. Sparky, what are you doing, bud? You want to be in the video? Huh? You want to be in the video? Okay, so let's go ahead and... I wish I could skip this, but I actually have to sit here and read all this.
Yes, Lord, TNT, I know you don't matter. You'll be saying, cowabunga.
Well, actually, I'm not going to be picking up the Turtles arcade. You know, as much as I love Turtles in Time, or just Ninja Turtles, whoops, as much as I just love Ninja Turtles in general, I should have put in the Konami code before I started this. You know, like I said before, I gotta watch how much money I'm spending. So if I had to choose between Turtles or the Marvel cabinet, I'm definitely gonna go with the Marvel cabinet for sure. It's definitely got more replay value for me as far as like just multiplayer or whatever. It's got a better selection of games, or like more variety, I guess I would say, than the Ninja Turtles one. Since the two Ninja Turtles ones are kind of like similar games, I'm already dead. You know, they're kind of similar games, or at least similar styles of games, whereas you get a ton of variety on the Marvel one, with of course the fighting games and X-Men and Marvel superheroes, but then you get the side-scrolling shooter beat 'em up with Punisher. So definitely looking. Wow, I suck. Not really. Like, she's not a hardcore gamer by, you know, any means. She'll dabble in like Mario Kart and stuff like that. I actually I'm picking up the Nintendo Switch Lite for her tomorrow, and she'll probably play games like, I don't know, Cooking Mama or Candy Crush or something like that. But you know, I have a whole handful of games for her to check out. Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, I feel like she's gonna like. She'll probably like Mario Odyssey. What else? She may even like Pokemon Let's Go. I don't actually have Mario Kart, so I'll probably have her pick it up. She loves Mario Kart, and then I can add that to my collection. But yeah, so she's not she's not a hardcore gamer at all, but you know, she'll play games here and there. Her Nintendogs collection is crazy though. Don't mess with her Nintendogs.
Dancing said that's true, and they got the Punisher. Dancing also said they should have added X-Men.
Yeah, they should have, the arcade one, but you know, at least they got Children of the Atom on there, so that's a great game. And maybe somewhere down the line they have plans to add the X-Men arcade game into a different beat 'em up series, maybe with the Simpsons and whatnot. So we'll have to see what happens, but let's see if I can actually get, you know, past. I really suck. Man, I really should put in the Konami code, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on Contra. You know, once I get rid of these first 5 lives, we'll move on. It'd be nice if I can get past like the first, you know, section of the level. But I suck. How many lives do we have left? Alright, so we got 2 more lives, so let's see what's going on here. I'm just gonna skip those guys, because that's where I kept dying before. You know what? I'm just gonna focus on the ground. There we go. So as long as I just avoid those guys, I'm good. Let me get my power. Oh god. See, as soon as I started taking my focus off the ground, I died. I was trying to get the power-ups. Ah, that's all. Okay, so let's head over to Mega Man. Man, this controller, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a 16-bit remake of Mega Man 1 through 3, I believe. Oh, that Capcom logo. So the nostalgia I have with that is Aladdin. Capcom logo, and then the Aladdin on Super Nintendo, that startup screen. Ah, such classic. And of course, obviously, Street Fighter. Alright, so let's just go ahead and jump into this. Man, let's we'll just do Mega Man 1. Alright, so here is Mega Man. I also suck at Mega Man. Whoops, let's see. So that's it. Okay. Nope. So there's only 2 buttons. Shoot and jump. That button doesn't do anything. Okay. This music is so good. Oh man. It's kind of like crazy going from Contra to this, because Contra you got a full range of shooting directions, and this you only have up and down, or like up and sideways I should say. Die already! Thank you. No. Oh man. I'm just going for it. There we go. It's easier to go for it than just to actually sit there and try and kill people. There we go. So he's dead. No. Let's go. Nope. Alright, like I said, we're... Oh, no. Go. Alright, cool. Yeah, I mean, she's not like go out and party, get drunk type of thing, but you know, she'll... She, hold on a second, I'm trying to focus here. She, there we go. She sips every now and then. If there's a margarita, she's not gonna turn it down, so... Elevator action. I am actually not familiar with that game. Oh, come on. I got an extra life out of that, so that at least made it worth it. I just want to climb to the top. Leave me alone. Thank you. There we go. Oh, I'm also picking up the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening remake tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to play that. I got such nostalgia for that game. I don't know how many times I've played through that game, beaten that game. My biggest memories of it was a hurricane that we had. I don't even know how long ago this was. It was like the early 2000s, a hurricane that we had here in Florida, and we had no power. I actually spent the whole time without power just playing through that game on the Game Boy. So I have the original and the DX version in my collection, and now I can't wait to have the remaster on the Switch. It looks like such a beautiful game. So yeah, Wily Wars is this is a decent game. It's your typical, you know, it's your typical Mega Man game. It's hard. So where do I I have to go here. Nope. Okay, I died. Alright, so next game. Any suggestions? Gonna go back to the menu here and we'll run through the games list again. And I have to pack for my trip tomorrow. I gotta do that after this. So let's go back to the top. I have these in alphabetical order. You know what? I might jump into Comix Zone. But, so yeah, Earthworm Jim we already played. We got Eco the Dolphin, Eternal Champions, Ghouls and Ghosts. We already did Golden Axe. We did Gunstar. Phantasy Star 4. What is this? Monster World? Shinobi? Yeah, actually I was thinking of doing that. Or, what's it called next? Where's Shinobi? We'll jump into Shinobi.
How does fiance think the wedding planning is
Well, I don't know what she thinks, but I know it's going pretty well. So, we got almost everything done, like organized and whatnot. So that's always good. I feel like we're ahead of the game, to be honest with you. Was Streets of Rage on here? I didn't even realize. I'm sure that it is, but yeah, Streets of Rage is such a classic. Alright, so... Oh, I pressed the special button by accident, so I just wasted it. This is a great game, man. The whole Shinobi series is just awesome. So, I've had for a while the AT version, the AT Games version of the Sega Genesis. I've had that for years. And obviously, this is like light years better. Just as far as the whole interface with the menu, the graphics, the game selection, because the AT Games one is like, I think it's got 50 games, and like 25 of them are Genesis games, and the rest are like chess and some like other random stuff like that that has nothing to do with the Genesis. I was actually kind of mad. Well, not mad, but like, Flicky. Flicky is such a great game. You know, it would have been nice to see that on here. It's on almost every other Genesis compilation or collection. But yeah, Flicky is so addicting. That's actually like one of my favorite Genesis games. Yep, wedding is still in March, March 28th. I've been told that I should live stream the wedding. I may do that, I may not, I don't know, because it's going to be in the church, so I think the church is, I don't know if they're going to let me set up a tripod and everything, so we'll have to see. But if I can't, you know, maybe I'll live stream something, you know, the day after or whatnot. What do you say?
Will you believe this arcade is still out? I've seen it today at a drive-in store this evening.
Oh yeah, man, you'd be surprised, like, what random arcades you can find that, like, the most random of places. So, here in South Florida, there's somewhere called the Swap Shop, and it's basically like a big flea market. But they have, like, window tinting and, like, a whole bunch of different stuff that you can do there. They have, like, a mini little carnival and whatnot, and they have a whole arcade section, and they got some classic stuff there. They got NBA Jam, Madden 2000, I believe, Tekken 3. What else? They got the X-Men Children of the Atom. Just so many random stuff. One day I should go there and do a live stream. The problem is they got so many cool machines and whatnot, and half of them are all out of order.
Thanks, Kate. Yes, live stream it. Yes, yes, yes. The wedding, that is.
I'll
Congrats to you, Jordan.
I'll do my best to live stream it. I appreciate it, dancing. You know, I'll do my best. And like I said, I don't know if I'll be able to, but maybe at the party afterwards, I'll do like a quick little live stream or something, you know. You know, I know you guys, well, some of you guys at least, want to see that, so we'll see what happens.
Dancing and Spy Hunter.
Yeah, Spy Hunter is another great arcade.
Single Straw said Slayer and Landers.
You said what?
Slayer and Landers?
Slayer and Landers. I can't see the comment anymore. I'm trying to figure what is Slayer and Landers. I'm drawing a blank right here.
Being interrogated right now.
You're being interrogated?
Fiance, what is one thing you really like about Jake?
What the heck? You gotta speak up.
No, I don't leave me on the spot like that.
Well, they can't hear you. I'm next to the mic. You're not.
I'll take it.
She's gonna type it because she's scared to talk. She's probably she probably doesn't want me to see what she's saying. That's why she's typing it. Alright, so let's move on from Shinobi. What was the next game? I can't remember who wanted what. Oh, you guys wanted Streets of Rage. That's right. You definitely wanted some Streets of Rage. Can you guys remind me, in Shenmue, when you go into the arcade and there's like a whole, there's a whole bunch of like Sega arcade games that you can play. Was Space Harrier one of them? Because I don't remember what Space Harrier is. But I think I played it through the Shenmue game, if I'm not mistaken. But we're going to jump into Space Harrier after this. I do want to try Comix Zone real quick to see how that graphic style actually looks on here. And actually, you know what? Hold on. I want to show you guys something really quickly. Let's see.
Dancing Rose said, "Oh, I see. Best beat 'em up game." Yes, it was.
It was. Okay, cool. So we're gonna jump into Space Harrier. I really like that game. Um,
And Afterburner was from Sega.
Whoa, why are we not focused? Hold on. There we go. Okay, I don't know what that was about. So, there's little borders and stuff that you can have. Like before, I had the black bars. That's how I prefer to play. But there's for some reason only two. There's this random like boombox setup with Sonic, and then this random like grid pattern. I'm gonna put on the grid pattern just so you guys can see. And you can also do like 16 by 9 or was it 4 by 3 or whatever. So, let's go back. Go back to
What is
Streets.
one thing you like about your fiance among one thing among many? Just pick one.
Well, I have to see what her response was. Why?
said
Hold
you
on.
can- I
Hold
said
on.
you
Hold on. Hold on. We're not focused. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So I'm not sure what she said. So did she really say my humor?
Your sense of humor.
My sense of humor. What is one thing that I like about her? Well, she's smart, and hopefully she's gonna become a pharmacist so that I can be a stay-at-home dad. She can make all the money.
We'll get there one day.
So, all right, here we go. So you guys can see what that border looks like. It gives you just a little more variety, a little more dynamic, just stuff to have to look at. It would have been nice to, some other borders other than just two. But this is definitely my favorite of the bunch is that little like whatever this grid pattern is in the background.
Sling Spade said, "Oh, I did not know that. Dancing said stay-at-home dad, and you get to play all the games."
Exactly, and I can do YouTube full time, and like life would be great. That's my biggest problem is I don't have enough time to like do the amount of stuff that I want to do on YouTube just because my work schedule is so busy. But definitely, one day, and once I get to that day where I'm making enough and I'm big enough on YouTube, I can't wait to do that full time because that's just going to be great.
Cycle Straw said, "LOL, Slayer is a band and Landers is a place in the middle of nowhere in the desert. Haha."
Oh, okay. So yeah, I had no idea what you were talking about before. Alright. Yeah, so yeah, Streets of Rage, definitely one of the best beat-em-ups of all time. For me, I'm going to give it to Turtles in Time. It's just such a good game, but Streets of Rage I have so much nostalgia for. What time is it?
9:58. I graduated with my bachelor's in chemistry.
Oh, now you can talk.
Yeah. But I'm sure they can't hear me because your TV's so loud.
No, they can hear you. But if you guys can't hear her, she graduated with her bachelor's in chemistry.
He said, "Oh, I see."
There you go. So we'll go for another 10 minutes. We'll make it an even hour that we've been on for 50 minutes. We'll make it an even hour. So I'll just play like a couple minutes of whatever games. I'm gonna jump into Comix Zone after this. If there's something I haven't played that you want to see, we'll get there. Just let me know.
Home said, "In terms of beat 'em ups, it's Final Fight Arcade, Sling Station, must be really smart with Max Smart Girl." Oh, he must be really good with Max Smart Girl.
Honestly, I don't feel like it's all personal preference. I personally like Streets of Rage and Turtles in Time better than Final Fight. And I have the Final Fight arcade and I have the Capcom Beat 'em Up collection on the Switch. So I don't know. Me personally, I just prefer Streets of Rage. Or not to say Final Fight's bad or anything, but this is my personal preference. It's probably because I have the most nostalgia for those. Are we lagging? I can't tell if we're lagging. I don't know. It looks like it's kind of slow on the screen on the phone at least. I don't know. If there's any slowdown or lag or anything like that, like it's because of the stream. It's not coming from the actual Genesis itself. Yeah, it definitely looks.
Home said, "SOR has a better soundtrack. I'll say that."
Yeah, the Streets of Rage soundtrack is great. Alright, so let's move on from Streets of Rage because, like I said, we're down to like 8 minutes now. So let's jump into Comix Zone real quick, because that's just such a crazy, unique game. Alright, so here is Comix Zone. If you guys have never played Comix Zone before, which I'm sure you guys have, but you definitely gotta check it out.
Straw, just being random. I just wanted to see if she read my comments out loud.
Oh yeah.
I was told to read all of them.
Yeah, she's reading all the comments because I can't play and read and talk all at the same time. So, but yeah, so Comix Zone, just such a great game. The whole art style is done like you're in a comic book. It's just crazy. All right, how do you pick up? There we go. And there we go. And like you're going frame by frame, and like the enemies are being drawn on as you progress through the level. Man, this is just such a unique game. It's a shame that they didn't make like sequels and whatnot, or just other games, you know, styled after this. It's just so cool, man. This game will never get old to me. Oh man, so yeah, let me know what you guys want to see after Comix Zone, because like I said, I'm only going to play like a minute or two of it. What else do we have on here? I'm trying to think of the games. Oh, I said we were going to go into Space Harrier. So definitely drop down. There we go. And the rat, I break him out and he does something. There we go. Jump to the page, and then the guys come out of the water. There we go. Alright, so you get the idea. So now let's go on to Space Harrier. And then after that, I'll take any requests. This is Space Harrier 2. I don't know if I played Space Harrier 2. I played Space Harrier 1 for sure. Oh, what the heck? Why am I in the sound thing? Okay. How did we end up here? The heck was that? There we go. Okay. Here we go. Oh gosh. So yeah, this is way different than the arcade version that I played in Shenmue. It's like way slowed down. Obviously not as good. Wow. Wow, this is actually like night and day from the arcade version that they have in Shenmue. Still a fun game. I don't know how many hours I've actually put into this. Like, I haven't even played, like, I bought the Shenmue collection, and I played a little bit of it, and I actually kind of got bored with it, and I spent like hours in the arcade like playing darts in Space Harrier and whatever the motorcycle game was that I can't remember. So you definitely have to have some good reflexes. Is anyone even still in here? Oh, yeah, we got 5 people in here.
Get ready.
Yes, there we go. Super Hangout. That is the game. That was so much fun. Yeah, honestly, like, that's all I do. Like, if I'm playing Shenmue, I'm just sitting in the arcade. Alright.
Get ready.
So that's enough of this spoon. I don't like this version of Space Harrier. So back to the menu. So what game should we finish it off with? Let's see what we got. What should we finish off with?
Dancing said, I know my old school arcades.
Yeah, man. Good thing I have it here, because honestly, like, I wouldn't have remembered the name of it. I was thinking Road Rash just because I saw it here, but it definitely wasn't Road Rash. Let's end it off with, I mean, we started with Sonic, so why don't we end it with Sonic? Let's play some Sonic Spinball. Alright, here we go.
Sling Spade said, Ghouls and Ghosts.
Oh yeah, I can jump into that for sure. Let me just, let me play like 30 more seconds of Spinball. Oh, no. Because, I mean, you guys get the point. It's Sonic Pinball, basically.
Dancing said, and you put on a Double Dragon or Kung Fu Master.
Oh, no. There we go. I do feel like this game has a little bit of a slowdown or like a frame rate issue. Like, I don't remember it being, you know, it's not game breaking or anything, but I definitely like I'm noticing some kind of a slowdown for sure. And I don't know if it's gonna translate well on the screen. Huh. Interesting. That's the first game that I've seen that kind of issue with. Well, other than that Mickey Mouse game we were playing earlier. Oh no. But that was only when you were swinging on the vines. Alright, so let's hop into Ghouls and Ghosts so I can make a fool of myself. Where is it? And this will be the final game. I know I said we're going to go for exactly an hour, but I'll give you guys like a minute or two of this game and then I'll end it. Before I do end it, I do want to say thanks to you, Sling Spade, for the chats, for everybody else who joined. If you guys haven't already, if you can thumbs up the video, that'll really help me out. Leave some comments or whatever if you haven't already, or just leave a random comment. Everybody just leave like a thumbs up or something. Give Christina a thumbs up in the chat for sitting through this and reading all the comments for you guys. And I've never played this version. I've played the Super Nintendo and the arcade version.
Straw said, awesome stream, my dude. Let's have a quick one. I'm gonna start my YouTube for A1 soon. And every intro, I'm gonna shout out to you, Enjoy Twisted Gaming, and RGT85 to form A1 Up Alliance.
Hey man, I appreciate it. Whenever you start your channel, just like whatever my most recent video is at the time or whatever, just like leave a comment on it, let me know, and I'll subscribe. I'm going to start trying to do these streams weekly. Typically they're going to be on Thursdays. Like Thursdays are normally my day. Oh, Thursdays are normally my day off, except for today I had to work since I'm going out of town tomorrow. But yeah, definitely gonna. Oh god, I'm trying to like focus and talk at the same time. Definitely gonna try and do these weekly. Probably like Thursdays, like maybe 6 or 7 p.m. or something like that. So definitely stay tuned for that. I don't know if I'll do like gameplay every week. If that's something you want to see, I'll do that. But I know like a majority of the people who watch my videos are here for strictly Arcade 1-Up. As you can see, we didn't have many people in this stream today. Because it wasn't Arcade 1-Up related. But, you know, I appreciate you guys for coming through, for supporting, and like I said, if you can just drop a comment for Christina, give her that thumbs up.
Dancing said thumbs up to you both. Nice streaming. Video shoutouts to both of you. Yeah, those guys are awesome on here. Slim Spade said thanks Christina for answering the questions. You are awesome. I see why JP likes you. You got it. Anytime. I'll be here a majority of the live streams.
Alright, man, I appreciate you guys. So whenever I die now, I am going to end it. So thank you. There we go. So thank you guys again. I'm going to spend a little bit more time here with the Sega Genesis Classic. And maybe next week we'll do this again with some gameplay or whatever. But I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys next time. And yeah, thanks again for the super chat.